Welcome to the Witchy Work Wishes podcast, a place to find your weekly inspiration for bringing your personal witchcraft practice into your business, work, and office. Welcome back to another episode of Witchy Work Wishes. Today we are diving into the magical energy of the ladybug, a tiny but powerful spirit that carries messages of luck, transformation, and divine timing. Have you ever had a ladybug land on you or maybe appear unexpectedly? Well, that could be a spiritual sign. In this episode, we'll explore the ladybug as a spirit animal, the messages it brings, and how we can weave ladybug magic into our practices. But first, are you guys following me over on the Hearth and Hen blog? Well, the coop is ordered. I am super excited. Now, if you don't know about this project yet, head over to the Witchy Work Wishes website and click on Hearth and Hen. This is a DIY blog documenting the step-by-step process of creating my backyard sanctuary. Now, I touched on the moon garden ideas back on our gardening episode in February, and once I started drafting out, the ideas, the wishes, and the inspiration for my own backyard oasis, well, I don't know, something happened. I was definitely guided and moved in a direction that I didn't originally plan on going. It kind of happened naturally, organically, just transformed into something very special. Now, the process that I am in right now is honestly the grunt work. It's the weeding, the mowing, and, leveling out the space so I can build a chicken coop, which comes this week. Now, the end result is going to be magical, a place where we can all join in for book readings and fire pit cooking and witchy projects full of spells, potions, and magical energy. The goal is to be fully done and ready by fall, which I know right now seems like it's, off in the distance, but there is a bunch to do, and I'm doing it all by myself. So step by step, over on the blog, you can watch it all happen. Again, just head over to the Witchy Work Wishes website and click on the Hearth and Hen tab, and you'll see it's all there, all the posts. Okay, let's see. For the store and shopping portion, I have had a couple of requests for my Hecate sourdough starter, and I think I can do it. I need to send it overnight though, so I'm not sure how to put the shipping charge portion into the checkout yet. I do have pictures up in the store though, so you can go and take a peek. Again, if you're on the website, just click on the store tab and everything comes up. So this starter is super special because it was created with the very strong Hecate energy that I had last fall. Naturally, earning the name Hecate sourdough starter. So this was created with lots of love. It was actually crafted on Saturday, November 16th, which is per day, right? And is a living tribute to the goddess of crossroads and transformation. Its bubbling, yeasty life pulses with the energy of intention, symbolizing, for me at least, nourishment and the weaving of magic into everyday life. With each feed, this sourdough starter grows stronger, carrying the spirit of Hecate's wisdom and the power of alchemy through the sacred fermentation process. Now, the starter is infused with my care, with my love, and the essence of transformation. So it serves as both a culinary and spiritual touchstones, if you will, certainly connecting me to the ancient craft of bread making while honoring Hecate, who really popped into my life pretty heavily last fall. So I have my starter, her starter, that is thriving, and I'm sharing it with you. There are obviously only going to be so many orders I can fill, right away. But if this is something you would like to look into, to have in your kitchen too, please check out the store and I promise I will make it happen. Now see, over the weekend, I did something very special. Do you remember the story last week about me being abruptly woken up with a message to do the math and find the numerology significance of the event back in 2021. Well, I was able to get in touch with Chelsea, the Black Eye Oracle, for a reading about it. And guess what? We decided to turn it into a recording so I can share it with you. Now, the reading was magical on many levels, And I was able to ask her a bunch of questions too. But at the end, we asked a good general question for all of us and the collective vibe that is being shared right now. You'll love the card draw for it and the message. So be sure to check back next week, as that will actually be the episode that launches April for us here at Witchy Work Wishes. And oh my gosh, I have got some fun stuff drafted for April. It is all about spirits, the fae, walking between the worlds, and ending with an episode all about our 2025 Beltane celebration. Like, April is packed with goodies for us. Okay, now for today, I have a story before we jump into the ladybug topic, and it is the perfect bridge for our conversation today. It's about a college boy and the ladybugs that come to guide him. This is a fictional story. It's one I made up just for us here at Witchy Work Wishes, but it's for a good reason. For the past couple of years, my older son has had a bunch of interactions with ladybugs. And he keeps asking me, Mom, what is going on? So he is inspiration for the story right now, and certainly for the topic today about ladybugs. All right, the story is called The Ladybug's Whisper. Ethan was exhausted. At 27, he was balancing his final year of college, a demanding part-time job, and an internship that barely left him time to breathe. Every morning started with a 5 a.m. alarm, hours of studying, and an endless rotation of classes, work, and late-night projects. His dream was clear: graduate with honors, land a career that fulfilled him, and build a future he could be proud of. But some days, the weight of it all felt unbearable. It started subtly. A ladybug landed on his coffee cup while he sat outside the library, staring blankly at his laptop screen. He smiled, flicking it away gently, assuming it was coincidence. The next day, another appeared, this time on his sleeve while he sat through a lecture. The day after, a third crawled on to his notebook as he reviewed his notes. Everywhere he went, ladybugs found him. Now, Ethan wasn't superstitious, but the pattern became impossible to ignore. At the cafe, a ladybug landed on his laptop. In the subway, another clung to his backpack strap. Even indoors, when he felt particularly overwhelmed, a tiny, spotless ladybug appeared, as if the universe had assigned him a personal messenger. Curious, he finally searched spiritual meaning of ladybugs. The results flooded his screen. Luck, guidance, divine timing, perseverance, joy. He leaned back in his chair, reading the words again. Was this a sign? That evening he took a different route home, walking through the park for the first time in months. The wind was cool, the trees whispering encouragement as he let go of his stress, even for just a moment. Sitting on a bench, he whispered to the universe, "Am I on the right path?" As if on cue, a ladybug drifted onto his knee. Ethan laughed, shaking his head. All right, I hear you. Keep going, right?" He exhaled deeply, feeling a weight lift off his shoulders. Maybe he didn't have all the answers. Maybe life was meant to unfold in its own perfect time. From that day on, Ethan welcomed the ladybugs. When one appeared before a test, he saw it as a reminder that he was prepared. When one landed on his hand before a job interview, he took it as a sign that he was ready. When doubt crept in, they always seemed to show up, whispering their silent encouragement. One particularly rough night, Ethan sat at his desk, eyes burning from too much screen time, a project deadline looming over him like an unscalable mountain. He rubbed his temples, exhaustion pressing in from all sides. A soft tap on his window caught his attention. Another ladybug. He chuckled, shaking his head. "You again," he murmured, opening the window just enough to let the tiny creature in. It landed on his wrist, its tiny legs tickling his skin. He stared at it, a wave of calm washing over him. He wasn't alone. The universe was nudging him forward, whispering that he was on the right path, even when the road seemed impossibly long. The days turned into weeks, and Ethan began noticing more than just the ladybugs. These small victories, the little joys in between the hard work, a compliment from a professor, a friend's unexpected kindness, a rare afternoon where he allowed himself to rest without guilt. The ladybugs had taught him to trust, to slow down, to appreciate the journey. Graduation day arrived, and as he stepped onto the stage, he spotted a tiny ladybug on the corner of his diploma folder. He smiled. Some signs weren't meant to be questioned. Some signs were simply the universe's way of saying, "Keep going. You're exactly where you need to be." Years later, when Ethan sat in his new office, his dream job finally a reality, he kept a small, framed photo on his desk. It wasn't a degree or an award. It was a simple picture he had taken years ago, a ladybug on his notebook, the same notebook where he had written down all his goals. A quiet reminder that even in the hardest times, the universe always finds a way to guide us forward. The end. All right, my friends, before jumping into today's episode about our magical ladybugs, I want to say from the depths of my heart, thank you. Thank you for being the magical force that keeps Witchy Work Wishes alive and thriving. Your listens, your shares and messages, and honestly just your support, your overall support means so much to me, more than any words can fully express. Every time you engage with an episode, share it with a friend, or send encouragement, my way, you remind me why I started this journey, to connect, to inspire, and grow together in our witchy work. Now, for those who support on Patreon, purchase merchandise from my website, or simply just tune in each week, week after week, you are the heartbeat of this podcast. Your belief in this work really allows me to keep exploring and creating and diving deeper into the magic that we all share. So thank you. Thank you for walking this path with me. Your energy, enthusiasm, and support just light up my world. So together, I really do think we are weaving something truly special here, and I'm endlessly grateful to call you part of this magical community. All right, well, let's find out more about these little messengers. The amazing ladybug has a bunch of energy to share with us. So grab a cup of tea, light a candle, or simply settle into your favorite space. Let the outside world fade away for a little while as we journey into the magic of today's Ladybug episode. The ladybug is often associated with luck, renewal, and protection. And across many cultures, this little beetle is seen as a harbinger of blessings and a messenger of positive change. If a ladybug appears, it is often a signal that you've got a turn of good luck coming, or an opportunity just coming your way. Many believe that making a wish when a ladybug lands on you increases the chance of it coming true. Now, some traditions see the ladybug as a sign of romantic blessings. If one lands on you, love could be in the air. This is also, or can also be, a sign of fertility and new beginnings in relationships. Ladybugs are known for their protective shell and the ability to ward off pests, symbolizing spiritual protection and resilience. And their sudden appearance often signifies, that something in your life is unfolding at the right time, to trust the process. All right, what are some messages and signs when a ladybug actually appears? If a ladybug lands on you, you are being blessed with luck and divine guidance. Your manifestations are taking root and something beautiful is coming. If you see a ladybug just over and over again, this is a sign of spiritual protection. Your ancestors or guides are watching over you. It can also be a message to, stay joyful and embrace change. Now, if a ladybug is in your home or office, this is going to be about protection and abundance. It might be time to focus on your home or work energy and create a space for magic and harmony. Now, if you unfortunately find a dead ladybug, this is a sign that you may need to release something in your life. It is time for transformation and letting go of what no longer serves you. Now, we actually have two types of ladybugs in like the overall general form. The difference between a spotted ladybug and a ladybug with no spots can be both biological and have the spiritual and metaphysical energy in meaning. So let's break it down. Biological differences. Spotted ladybugs are the common ladybird beetle. Now, most ladybugs have spots, which serve as natural defense mechanisms. Predators usually associate their bright colors with being toxic. The number of spots can vary by species. Some are going to have like 2, 7, maybe 12. Some are going to have a bunch of spots, like 20-something spots. But spots actually do fade with age. So an older ladybug could have lighter spots or maybe some missing spots. Now, we do have ladybugs without spots. And this is a biological difference. Some species, I think it's the Asian lady beetle, they actually can appear with few or no spots at all. But still, they do belong to the ladybug family. Now, in some rare cases, there's an actual genetic, mutation. This can result in a ladybug not having any spots. But also young ladybugs, their shells harden over time, so spots may take a little bit of time to develop. But we also have metaphysical and spiritual differences with the spots or no spots. Since ladybugs are considered, symbols of luck, protection, and transformation, the presence or absence of spots may carry different messages. So a spotted ladybug. This is usually going to be about, change and fortune. So the more spots, the greater the blessings are that are coming your way. Each spot is believed to, represent a wish or intention that is manifesting. Now, a ladybug with like 7 spots, I think, is particularly unique, considered especially lucky in some traditions. Now, what about a spotless ladybug? These are going to be more messages of purity and new beginnings. A ladybug without spots can symbolize a fresh start, purity, or that clean slate. This can mean new opportunities where you get to define your path instead of following a predetermined one. And some believe that a spotless ladybug means like a more personal inner transformation rather than an external shift. But spotless ladybugs are rare. They do, though, exist. Since most ladybugs have spots, I do think a spotless one can be considered extremely special and extra symbolic. I would really focus on it being a rare message of purity, new beginnings, that unlimited potential. I think it's an invitation to step into the unknown without preset expectations. And that it's also a sign that the path ahead is clear. You get to write your own story. So seeing a spotless ladybug is a big sign, I think, and a message that you are in a powerful transformation phase, free from past limitations. All right, now you might have asked, are all ladybugs female? Well, the name certainly might guide us that way, but no. They are a diverse group of beetles, and both sexes play important roles in their ecosystems. However, it's going to be really, really difficult to tell the difference between a male and female ladybug just by looking at them. Female ladybugs are typically bigger than the males. The males have a slightly more elongated or narrow body. And the males are often more active. This is probably the easiest way we can figure it out. They're out seeking their mates, right? While females are going to be more focused on laying eggs and finding food sources. Now, of course, if you have a microscope, you're going to be able to see the difference, right? Males have distinctive reproductive organs that are actually going to be seen under close examination, but for our naked eyes, it's going to be really, really hard to tell. You might also ask the question, do both male and female ladybugs have spots? Yes. Yeah, spots are not an indicator of gender. They are species specific, and they really are used as a defensive mechanism, to warn off predators that they taste bad. All right, so when is ladybug season? Well, guess what? It's starting right now. So ladybugs are most active during warmer months, typically appearing in spring, summer, and our early fall times. Their life cycle and their visibility are going to depend on like temperature, food availability for sure, and just seasonal changes. So for spring, think of like March, April, and May. They are emerging from hibernation right now. Ladybugs that have overwintered start to, wake up as temperatures rise. They begin looking for food, mainly aphids and, plant pests, and they start mating. This is a common time, in spring to see them in our gardens, in forests and parks. And then for summer, think of like June, July, and August. This really is our peak ladybug season. This is when they are most active, feeding on aphids and laying their eggs. You'll often spot them in gardens and meadows and near crops where food is going to be abundant. And just some species may produce multiple generations during the summer. Now for fall, this is going to be like September, October, and November. As temperatures drop, ladybugs start seeking shelter for the winter. They may swarm homes, barns, and warm indoor spaces, especially on sunny autumn days. Many people are going to notice large groups of ladybugs, gathering. This is them preparing for hibernation. And then we've got winter. December, January and February months are really their hibernation time. Ladybugs cluster together in tree bark, in logs, attics, and any little crevice to stay warm. So if you see a ladybug indoors in the winter, they are likely seeking warmth, but for the most part are going to remain pretty inactive during those months. Now, ladybugs and spiritual timing can have some meanings too. If you see a ladybug in the spring, it's really going to be focused more on like new beginnings, fresh energy, and renewal. If you see a ladybug in the summertime, it's more of like a reminder to embrace joy, abundance, and productivity. If you see a ladybug during the fall, it's going to focus more on like, encouraging reflection time, preparation, and gratitude. And then if you do actually see a ladybug in the winter months, it really is a call to rest and, trust the process and embrace patience. Now, the ladybug spirit carries influences from multiple elements, but I think it's most strongly associated with air and fire, and then some subtle, connections to earth. With the fire element, we're going to look at this one for like transformation, luck, passion, and energy. The red and black colors of the ladybug strongly resonate with fire energy, symbolizing, passion and movement and vitality. Ladybug brings sudden bursts of luck, just like fire can spark inspiration and that rapid change. Their association with love, attraction, and manifesting desires aligns them with fire's dynamic and magnetic energy. And then seeing a ladybug often is going to signal, movement or change, a very fire-like quality. With our air element, I think this is going to be more of like our messages, our luck, our movement, our communication. Ladybugs fly, making them little messengers of divine timing and synchronicity, both key traits of the air spirit. And they drift on the wind, symbolizing freedom and flexibility and, guidance from unseen forces. Like air, I think they're light and playful and fleeting, appearing when you need a sign and then honestly disappearing just as quickly. Now, in many traditions, blowing on a ladybug to help it take flight is believed to send your wish into the universe, similar to our air magic. And then earth, I just think, ladybugs are so closely tied to our gardens and our plants and nature, which links them to the earth element. They act as protectors of our crops, balancing ecosystems and promoting natural abundance. So their presence signals fertility and growth and harmony, much like the nurturing energy of earth. Ladybugs carry both air and fire energy, making them playful, lucky, and full of movement, while also igniting passion, prosperity, and transformation. Now, the earth connection is certainly a grounding influence. I think they primarily work, though, in the realms of spirit, messages, and change. All right, let's do some ladybug magic and work with this energy in our practices. I love ladybug spell for luck. There's two really easy and quick things we can do. If a ladybug actually lands on you, make a wish. Capture the moment by writing your wish on a piece of paper and then burn it under a full moon to seal the energy. You could also carry a small red or like a little spotted charm, something to invite ladybug blessings into your daily life. We can work with the Ladybug Magic for protection and cleansing. Draw a ladybug, sigil and place it under your altar or near your doorway for protection. We can anoint a red candle with honey and cinnamon for luck and then burn it while setting protective intentions. It's so nice to bring ladybug blessings into our yards. Ladybugs are natural protectors of our garden. So if you have a witch's garden, I think inviting ladybugs can symbolize nurturing growth, fertility, and just our natural magic. We can leave little offerings, like daisies, roses, something to honor the energy of the ladybug spirit. And then divination with ladybugs, with our magical practices is super fun. If a ladybug actually lands on you, ask a yes or no question and then gently release it. If it flies away quickly, the answer is probably yes. If it lingers, the answer is more than likely no. We can also use ladybug-themed, tarot or oracle cards as a focus point for, insight and guidance. All right, it is such a big gardening time right now, so I do want to talk about ladybugs in our actual gardens and provide some recommendations on attracting them to our spaces. It is a great way to bring in natural pest control, a little bit of fertility energy, and of course, magical blessings. First and easiest is going to be plant ladybug-friendly flowers and herbs. This is going to look like marigolds, dill, fennel, cilantro, yarrow, dandelion, lavender, thyme, sunflowers, and daisies. The marigolds are really going to be about protection, kind of warding off pests, and of course, attracting the actual ladybugs. For the dill, fennel, and cilantro, these actually are plants that provide food and attract ladybug eggs. Yarrow and dandelion are going to be just natural wildflowers that are magnets for the ladybugs. Lavender and thyme, they provide shelter and they attract other beneficial insects. And then our sunflowers and daisies, these are just great little resting spots and nectar sources for the ladybugs. Providing a food source is going to be good if you want to keep ladybugs in your yard. They eat like aphids, mites, and any of those little tiny soft body insects. So having these naturally present are going to keep, ladybugs around. Avoid pesticides though. Even the organic sprays are going to be harmful to ladybugs. Encourage, natural pests if you can, if you're willing, like aphids, so that ladybugs have a steady food supply. Now, if, encouraging natural pest populations like aphids does not sound like a good idea for you, you can plant little decoy plants, right? Something to attract aphids while keeping your main crops safe. Ladybugs need shelter though. They need a place to rest, lay eggs, and overwinter. So leave some leaf litter or, natural ground cover. You can create a ladybug house by placing small bundles of twigs, hollow stems, or straw in a sheltered spot. Or let a corner of your garden kind of just grow wild. Ladybugs love undisturbed natural areas. And then also water source. They need moisture, especially in our hot weather months. So set out a shallow dish with some small pebbles. We talked about this last weekend with our bee and honey magic. A little place where they can land safely, drink the water without drowning. And you can also mist your plants occasionally. Like they love dew-like moisture. Now, if you do not have ladybugs naturally in your yard and you just want to boost your ladybug population quickly, you can actually buy live ladybugs from organic garden centers. Release them though at dusk or early in the morning so they don't fly away immediately. And then spray the area lightly with water, create that dew to encourage them to stay. Now let's see, what are some magical ways to attract ladybug energy? The ladybugs have long been associated with luck, protection, and that fertility magic. So the first way we can attract that energy is to create a ladybug blessing stone. Right? Find a small, smooth red stone and paint little black dots on it. Place it in your garden or near your doorway with an intention for luck, protection, and abundance. We can invoke Ladybug Magic with a charm spell for sure, right? Write a wish or intention on a red ribbon and tie it near a ladybug-friendly plant. Whisper something out loud like, "Ladybug bright with wings aflight, bring luck and love both day and night." And then call ladybugs with an offering. We can leave honey or a piece of fruit near your garden as a natural treat. Plant red and yellow flowers to, mimic those ladybug colors and invite their energy. All right, let's bring this Ladybug Magic into our corporate worlds. Believe it or not, my older son has had a ladybug land on his desk at work, and he's in a big corporate building. So it can happen. Incorporating ladybug energy into our jobs and corporate worlds is a unique and powerful way for us to bring luck and resilience and protection into our workspaces. I think the ladybug, as like a spirit animal, teaches us patience and joy and adaptability and divine timing. All valuable energies in our professional settings. All right, let's see. If you want to work with luck and abundance at the office, ladybugs certainly symbolize unexpected good fortune, right? Perfect for manifesting our career growth, if we need like a promotion, and certainly financial success. They teach us to trust that opportunities will come when the time is right. If you want to work with protection and resilience energy, ladybugs protect crops from pests, symbolizing the ability to ward off negativity, maybe competition, and workplace stress. Their shell represents the emotional and energetic boundaries, essential in professional settings. Maybe you want to work with transformation and growth energy with a ladybug. They go through a metamorphic cycle, teaching us to embrace change, innovation, and adaptability at the office. They encourage us to shed limiting beliefs and grow into leadership roles. All right, if that sounds good for you, let's come up with some ideas of how to do that. First one's going to be a ladybug desk charm for luck and protection. Keep a small ladybug figurine, a sticker or a charm, something on your desk to attract luck and block negative energy. If you prefer more subtle magic, you can print a tiny ladybug image and place it inside your planner, put it inside your laptop case or under your keyboard. Whisper, luck, joy, and fortune flow to me with ease while touching your charm before important meetings or presentations. At the office, if you want to bring this ladybug energy in, we can always do, wardrobe or accessories for influence. Go to your color magic on this one. Wear red, black, or gold, those ladybug colors when you need to stand out in meetings or interviews or presentations. Focus on jewelry or accessories, right? Wear a ladybug pin, earrings, necklace, just a little pin in your pocket, something subtle to channel confidence, success, and positive attention. We can also bring this energy into the office by working with our journals. Dedicate a planner or journal, or section of it for career goals, projects, and financial intentions. Draw or use a sticker of a ladybug on the important pages to bless them with luck and completion. And then you can always use a red pen, to draw on that energy. I don't know if you're going to be able to use it for signing contracts, but you can certainly use it for like scripting out your affirmations or setting your office intentions. I would use Ladybug Magic for divination with our career decisions too. Ladybugs are really good for that yes or no answer. And we can use this for career guidance. If you actually see a ladybug, take it as a good omen. Like whatever you're thinking about will likely work out in your favor. And ask a yes or no question. And then visualize a ladybug flying off. Even if you don't have a ladybug that actually lands on you, I think we can use the energy to visualize, the outcome. Ask a yes or no question, then visualize, a ladybug flying. If you imagine it soaring high, I would say the answer is yes. If it lingers or stays grounded, the answer is more than likely no. In the back to our tarot and oracle cards, I think we can do a layout that is inspired by the ladybug energy. Do a three card pull. Card 1, what luck is coming my way at work? Card 2, what should I focus on manifesting? And card 3, how can I overcome workplace obstacles? And then lastly, I think, for the office, we can use the Ladybug Magic for our boundaries, right? Warding off workplace negativity. Ladybugs protect crops from harmful pests, so we can channel that same energy for protection against workplace drama, toxic colleagues, toxic clients, and stress. A simple warding spell is just going to be to, place a ladybug image, figurine, or maybe a redstone in your workplace. Visualize a glowing red shield around you that just blocks the gossip, negativity, and burnout. And then, say something like, the ladybug's shell so bright, I shield myself in peace and light. Negativity stays far from me. Only success and joy shall be. So by incorporating Ladybug Magic into our professional life, we can attract luck and protect our energy and manifest success while navigating the corporate world. Whether it's through that color magic, maybe you've got a charm, maybe it's that one of the rituals I mentioned, or the intuitive signs, the ladybug is a powerful ally for our career growth, resilience, and our joy. Ladybugs may be small, but their spiritual energy is mighty, just like the bee that I was talking about last week. This tiny messenger with its bright crimson shell and delicate black spots is more than just a symbol of luck. I believe it is a reminder of divine timing, transformation, and spiritual guidance. Throughout history and across cultures, the ladybug has been seen as a bringer of blessings, as an omen of protection, and a guide for those walking paths of change and self-discovery. Whether it lands on your hand, it crosses your path, or simply makes its presence known in unexpected ways, the ladybug carries a message. Trust the journey, release your worries, and know that you are exactly where you need to be. The ladybug offers a beautiful energy to work with. It reminds us to embrace joy, seek balance, and stay open to the magic woven in everyday life. Through spells of luck, a couple protection charms, and manifestation work, we can invite the ladybug's energy into our sacred practices, using it as a bridge between the physical and the unseen. But perhaps the greatest lesson from the ladybug is going to be one of faith. The ladybug does not rush or force its way forward. It simply flies when, the wind calls it, trusting that it will land exactly where it is meant to be. And guess what? So should we. So as you go about your days, keep an eye out for these tiny winged messengers. Let them be a sign to slow down, to appreciate the beauty in small moments, and move forward with trust and joy. All right, well, I do have a poem for today's episode and, of course, the moon update for us this week. I will go and grab those notes, and I will be right back. All right, let's start with the Ladybug Magic poem, and it goes. Upon my hand it gently stays, a silent guide through winding days, a touch of luck, a breath of grace, a sacred sign in time and space. O little traveler, wise and free, what is it that you bring to me? A lesson wrapped in colors bright, a spark of joy, a soul's delight. Trust the path, let worries cease, magic thrives in quiet peace. Your dreams take flight, the winds align, divine hands weave a perfect sign. And as it lifts into the air, I feel the weight of lifted care. A promise made, a wish set free, the ladybug's gift is just for me. All right, let's see, our moon, well, guess what? We are coming into the dark moon of March right now. But this weekend, we actually have a new supermoon. Now, a supermoon, or super new moon, actually occurs when the new moon phase aligns with the closest point to the Earth in its orbit. This makes the moon appear larger and more, influential energetically, even though it's not visible in the sky like a super full moon would be. Key features of a super new moon are really going to be that it is making its gravitational pull stronger. It really is the closest physically to Earth. You're going to get some amplified energy right now, even though we can't see it. The moon's influence on manifestation, intention setting, and inner work is going to be heightened. Deep rest and shadow work is nice right now. A super new moon is an ideal time for, introspection, deep healing, and, planting some powerful new seeds of intention. And because the moon's closeness can intensify emotions, it really does make it a potent time for dream work, intuitive downloads, and our psychic awareness to be heightened. This is a great time. Great time for manifestation and intention setting. This is going to be the strongest time to write down or visualize new goals. This is a good time for shadow work and healing, right? Going inward, journaling, releasing limiting beliefs. This is a great time for energy cleansing and resetting. Perfect for our spiritual detoxing, if you will, clearing our space and setting new vibrations. And then the dream work and spirit communication, just because it's deep, introspective energy, messages from guides and ancestors may come through, more clearly. Well, thank you guys. Oh my gosh, thank you for joining me today with our Ladybug Magic. I really do hope its energy brings you clarity and blessings and a renewed sense of wonder. Until next time, stay enchanted, stay inspired, and keep following the signs the universe sends your way. I hope you have a great rest of your week in the dark moon and an amazing new supermoon weekend. I will talk with you next week. Thank you for joining me today at Witchy Work Wishes, a place to find your weekly inspiration for bringing your personal witchcraft practice into your business, work, and office. For more information and additional content, please visit me online at witchyworkwishes.com. If you want to send me a personal note, please email me at info@witchyworkwishes.com. And of course, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Just search for Witchy Work Wishes.